Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. How is everyone this morning? My name is Bri. I'm the owner and artist at Upcycled by Bri, and I have for you this morning another wonderful thrift haul. Now, this haul is pre-recorded because currently I am at the For the Love of Junk weekend with the ladies thrifting our little tails off. So I will come back and check all of the comments, but I will not be in the live chat today, but y'all feel free to chat back and forth. Everything you see here is already listed on my site, upcycledbybri.com, in my Shop the Haul collection. So if you see something you love, hurry, run over to my site, go ahead and put the item in your cart and check out. That way it doesn't disappear on you, and then come back and hang out. If you do end up going and placing multiple orders within the next 24 hours, I will combine them down as much as possible and refund the extra shipping if I can. So with all of that being said, we can go ahead and get started. Notice my haul this week is a little smaller than normal. I don't want to be overwhelmed with a bunch of stuff and shipping and stuff next week, but I did find some really great things. So a little more French country feeling than normal, right? Y'all are probably used to more of like the industrial farmhouse stuff from me. So let's start with some of this pretty French country type of stuff. I picked up this beautiful made in Finland bowl. The crackling got me. The crazing, the crackle, gorgeous neutral colors. It was half off green stickers this day, so I paid $2.50 for this bowl, and I have it up at $11.95. The fact that it was made in Finland and that beautiful crazing got me, but I thought this would be a great multi-use bowl, whether you're going to use it for decor or food. And y'all know I've been digging the neutrals lately. This set of corbels I paid up just a little bit for. I went to Red Racks out on like Route 291 or whatever here in Independence, and they are a little bit pricier, but they do a 75-cent sticker on Sundays, so I do like to go hunt because they usually have really good clothing too. Saw these, I fell in love with them. I just sold a big corbel on last week's haul, so I went ahead and grabbed them. They were $5 each, but since it was a set, I went ahead and got them, and they are nice and big and heavy and durable. So they would make great bookends. They also have the hanging holes on them as well. And we are going to either paint these or maybe the candlesticks here at the end of the thrift haul. So stay tuned for that. I have these listed up at $44.95 after the paint job. I guess maybe I should set them to the side, just in case. Alrighty, next up, I found last week some otagiri pieces. Well, actually just one. It was this piece. Looked similar to this. Saw this week and I was like, oh my gosh, did I find another one? No, this is actually a different brand called Crowning Touch Collections. So a bit of a knockoff, but still beautiful. And I love the coloring, the white, the blue. This would be really pretty for winter or spring. And since it's not the actual otagiri, it's a different brand, I priced this one less than the otagiri piece. This one is $12.95. I paid $2 for it. The birds sold fast last week, so we'll see if these go as well. And then next to it was this piece, which again is a otagiri kind of knockoff. There's one that looks a lot like this as well. This one hangs on the wall. It was $3, and I have this one up at $14.95. So you can pick up one or you can pick up both, depending on what you're looking for. I think there's actually a third piece to this set when I was looking them up on Google Lens, but it wasn't at the store, if there is. These pumpkins actually came out of my personal collection. I was downsizing just a little bit and I love them. I do, but I couldn't find a place for them. And I picked up a few other ones this year. So I figured I'd do a little swappy swap. I went ahead and put these two together. Looks like I paid 50 cents for that one originally. And I never take the stickers off of my thrifted items in my home. If you flip a lot of my decor over, the sticker will still be there. But I decided I'd go ahead and pair these two together for $14.95. They've got some great color and texture to them. All right, who's getting excited? I finally found baby mini pumpkins at the grocery store, the white ones, and I added them to my hutch in the dining room. I put some fake ones on there and I wasn't digging it, so I was gonna wait till I could find real ones. And they were only 99 cents, not crazy expensive, so I was happy. But who's getting excited for fall? This duck was 99 cents at the Goodwill. I have them up at $6.95. Just a nice neutral cream colored duck. It's not even white. It's a little more of a cream color. That would look so cute on the top of a stack of books. Perfect size. This blue pottery piece came from the Junk Fairy, so a little porch drop off. Thank you, Alyssa. It's got some gorgeous colors to it, and I love the inside speckle as well. I have it listed up at $14.95. The pottery has been very popular, and I branched out with a blue pottery piece a couple weeks ago. It sold, so I figured I'd give this one a shot too. I love the fact that it's got the lid. This little basket was a 75-cent find at Red Racks. Now, the bottom of it's not exactly perfect. It's got a couple of little breaks on it, but you know me, I love broken baskets. I think they look more authentic, older, like they've been used over the years. So I definitely picked it up for 75 cents. It's got the nice light wicker and the chicken wire. And I love the shape and the feet and baskets. I just love baskets. That is up at $11.95. I paid 75 cents. Lots of baskets this week. I'm gonna lie, but that's okay. It's okay to like things. All right, so I have found these quail a ton of times. I've found brown, I've found white. I found some like kind of splattery patterned before, but never these gorgeous, muted, colorful quail. They've got the gold beaks. They've got the adorable little eyeballs. And then I saw on one of them, I think they were JCPenney. Yeah. Classic Traditions, a JCPenney's collection. So they're vintage JCPenney. Set of 3 is up on my site for $26.95, and I paid up just a bit. I paid $5 for the set. Love those. Love them, love them. And I even think that these colors especially could work for fall, depending on what colors you're using. Another Junk Fairy gift. I looked this up. Hot Fresco Pottery. It's actually a pottery company made here in Hollister, Missouri. Just a very simple cream colored crock, but I love the details around the edge. Made in USA product. It still has the sticker on the bottom. I have it listed up at $14.95. Perfect size for your wooden spoons. Or a Christmas tree, which is what I also was thinking when I picked this up for $1. It was a Goodwill half off pink tag, and I have it listed up, oh, I'm sorry, it was $1.50. I have it listed up at $12.95. This would be great for a Christmas tree. And then you take your tree out after winter is over and you stick some lavender in it for spring. These are what started the French country kind of trend that I got on. I saw these, they were $6 each, so I paid up a little bit, but they're heavy, kind of like a resiny material, metal tops, and they don't have the little spikes on them, so you could definitely set decor on top of these instead of candle pillars. Loved the scrolly detail, loved the little flowers. These remind me a lot of my style kind of when I first got into all of this. And again, perfect painting and waxing candidate. So I don't know, I think I want to paint these today and pull some of that gold back through. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer here so I'm not squeaking all over that floor. Like that. Somebody said to put, was it baking powder in between and down in the cracks or something? I need to look it up. I just washed this, so you probably see some water inside of it still. I'll get it dried out well, but look at this beautiful apothecary jar. It was full of sand. Somebody did sand art in it, and while it was beautiful, I think that we could probably find something better to put in it. I paid $2 for it. It's listed up at $24.95, and it is nice and thick, so this should make it, should arrive alive as long as I don't drop it. All right, and then back here, a little more like industrial farmhouse stuff that caught my eye. When I was driving, running an errand the other evening, I saw by the side of the road a huge pile of fence boards, but I was going this way and the fence boards were over there. And I was like, okay, if I can remember and I can see and I can find it on the way back, I'll stop on the way back home. And it was starting to get dark, but fortunately I remembered and I was able to stop and grab, I don't know, maybe 20 pieces of this beautiful red chippy fence board. I already got boards cut up and listed up on my website. I made 13-inch and 20-inch boards. Now I'm going to antique, distress, whatever you want to call it, all of the edges on the boards and drill a hole in them. On this one, I did some stenciling and added some floral. I did that on a Facebook Live the other day. So this is the only one that's going to come with all the extra embellishments. All the other ones will just come plain, but I will make sure that I antique the edges there. I made a fun concoction with some of the DIY making powders. If y'all want to watch that video, I'll link it down in the description box if I can remember. If I forget, remind me. And y'all can see how I made that beautiful red color to match. But anywho, so blessed to find a free wood by the side of the road. I think I've sold 5 or 6 boards already. I had 9 of each size available. So if you want one, be sure to go over and grab one. Perfect for fall and Christmas. And then you can turn them around in the spring and summer if you want. You'll have a double-sided board. Very reasonably priced, $12.95 and $16.95. It's been a while since I made boards, so I was so happy to find those. And then the other handmade item this week, I found a huge bag of these thread spools. And I chopped up some spindles, a little Spanish moss, a little bit of greenery, and made pumpkins. How stinking cute are these? I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets, and I think a couple have already sold. I went ahead and listed these up early because I also made these on a Facebook Live. I'm just creating all over the place. I think Dee Dee already bought this set, or maybe the other neutral set, but let me show you. For my pink and purple lovers, there are pink and purple pumpkins. So stinking cute. So each set is a set of 3 and they are all listed up individually. $16.95 each. I paid $8 for that bag of spools, which is a little more than I wanted to pay, but I knew that these would be fun to make and good sellers. And then I can also just sell the thread spools plain. People will buy those for decor too. So I took the risk and I think it's going to pay off well. This was a 75-cent find. I didn't find a lot of those tags this week at Red Racks, unfortunately, but I went at the end of the day, really late. I'm gonna try to go a little sooner, but it's gonna have to be next week because Sunday, anyways. I'm gonna try to go sooner the time I go. Beautiful candle. At first I thought it was a piece of pottery and then I picked it up and realized it was wax. It doesn't have a ton of damage or anything. In fact, it has a wick if you do want to burn it, but I thought this would be perfect for fall and Halloween time. I paid 75 cents. It's up at $16.95 and it has kind of almost like, it's very light. It's not overpowering, but almost like a manly kind of foresty cologne-y smell, but it's not strong. I'm gonna move my ring light forward just a little bit. I'm filming pretty early in the morning today, so I don't have a ton of light in here. Okay. Better. Alrighty, next up, I found these wooden pieces at a little local thrift called Lose Some, Gain Some. And they had, oh, I thought I left one on. They had embellishments all over them. Somebody had done arts and crafts. They had little like plasticky bead things all over them. But anyways, I took them all off. I listed this up as a set of 4 at $19.95. And of course, y'all know what I would do with these. Christmas tree base, Christmas tree base, Christmas tree base, decor. But y'all can do whatever you want with them. Beautiful old pieces of wood. Total score on this one. My total that day at that store was around $20, and I think I probably got about 15 things, so I didn't pay much. This was another piece I got from that store, and thanks to the junk fairy, I looked at it and I was like, huh, I wonder if that's a piece of hall pottery. Flipped it over, bingo. So she's helping me kind of get to recognize some of the names and styles of dishes and vintage items, where, you know me, I buy more like just junk. So I was excited. I was like, yes, I found a piece of haul. Looked these up. They retail for around $20. I listed mine up at $14.95. And again, I paid around $1 to $2 for it. Okie dokie. It's weird to be on here and like just showing you guys all of this stuff and not talking back and forth. So weird. Another lantern. I haven't found one of these for a little while, but they usually go pretty quick when I do. This one is black and it was really hard to list up. In fact, it would, but you know what? I've got time before this thrift haul goes up. I could just be like, oh, it's sold out. I won't. I'll give y'all a chance to snag it, and if you don't, within a couple days, I might change my mind. I have it up at $26.95. I paid $5 for it. This came from the Richards and Conover HDW company, Kansas City, Missouri. So pretty. No glass in it, but that'll make it easier to ship, and that'll give you guys an opportunity to decorate it a little bit if you'd like. Beautiful. I saw this piece and I was like, oh yes, that is gorgeous. It was right after I found all the French country stuff. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll get some industrial stuff too. Can you guys see how the glass is like wavy around the chicken wire? So pretty. I thought it was old. I was like, oh, I found an antique. Then I flipped it over. It's Creative Co-op. So they did a really good job on it. I think I have it listed up as the industrial lantern, I think is what I called it. I bought it for $2 and it's up at $12.95. It does need a good scrub in there. I'm a sucker for the wavy glass though. Pair of crockery mugs. Always grab these when I can find at least two. I prefer to find four, but two is good as well. Have them up at $12.95 and I paid $3 for the set. Good functioning pair. Oh, they look really good with this. A lot of breakables this week. A lot of breakables and a lot of baskets. Alrighty, next up. How cute is this sheep? It even has a heart, which y'all know I don't love the hearts, but I don't even care on this guy. I guess technically if you really wanted to, you could take some strong wire cutters and clip the heart out of there. But I think it's cute. It's a rug beater. This is probably a little repro. I mean, I don't think it was probably made to actually beat your rugs with, but you do what you wish. I paid $3 for it, so I paid up a little bit, but sheep sell pretty well for me, so I grabbed it, and it is up at $10.95. I bought an actual rug beater from my friend Jen over at Rustic Rehabs, and I actually use it. It's very, very handy. Sorry, the dog wanted in this room. There's an open doorway right here, but she likes to stand in front of the French doors and stare at me. Adorable little cottage basket. I paid $1 for it. It's up at $11.95. I love when I can find the little ones. I like the big ones, and if I had a garden or a cut flower garden or something like that, I would definitely hoard a few big baskets, but they take up a lot of room. They also look really pretty with pine, birch logs on them in the wintertime. Not the little ones, the big ones. And I think I have a big one up on my site right now. So if you like a big one and a baby one, you can get two. And I found another wine basket. This is the third one I have found. All three have been a little bit different, but I was like, why has it got two handles? And then it hit me, bing. You set your wine bottle in there. The neck of the bottle goes through here, and then you can use your basket to pour the wine. How bougie, how cottagey bougie is that? Or of course you could hang this bad boy from the wall or just decorate with it. Love the wine baskets. Oh, I have it up, oh, steal of a deal. I have it up at $11.95. I paid $1.50. That should have been $14.95. Y'all better go snag it. This little stamp dispenser. Always grab these when I see them, and they sell great for me. They look so cute in a man cave or in a little industrial vignette. You put your stamp roll in here and weigh your letters here so you know how many stamps you need. And whether you use it functionally or just for decor, either way, always pick them up. And this one is $16.95. All right, top shelf up here. You guys can't see this. That's okay. I'll just grab them down. These little metal brackets came off of a shelf. The shelf was MDF and falling apart, so I salvaged the brackets off of it. They are $16.95, and you could definitely make another riser out of these if you wanted, by placing a piece of wood here on the top, and then there was just like a little small section of wood down here that it was screwed into to make like feet. You could make it skinnier or wider, or you could just use these for decor. Ooh, one of the coolest finds of the week was this guy. And I don't always pick up nautical type of items, but lighthouses are usually pretty popular. And this bell was too gorgeous to pass up. Look at that patina. It was $15, but half off. So I paid $7.50. I have it up at $49.95. I looked these up, and some of these vintage lighthouse bells can be over $200. Now this one doesn't look quite as old as some of the ones I looked up online, but it definitely has some natural like age and rust to it. Has a really pretty knocker inside of it and just great muted colors. So if you've got a coastal farmhouse, y'all better go snag this. A steal of a deal. Or maybe you're a reseller as well. There's definitely still a little wiggle room in here if you have the market for it. So $49.95 on the bell. Couldn't pass up this gorgeous green basket. It's separated, it's got a handle, and it's got just a little bit of breakage right there. It looks like something might have just nibbled on it a touch. Beautiful fall and winter colors. The only thing, I wish this was more like twiggy instead of bamboo, but still a really nice basket. I didn't keep it because this color here doesn't go very well with my decor, but I definitely thought about it. $24.95, I paid $3. This little tote I actually thrifted a couple of weeks ago with some polish brushes in it. I sold the brushes separately. On this box, I'm going to paint up the ends here so this looks old as well, and then fill the sides with a little bit of floral. So it is a read description item, and I think I have it up at $26.95 after it's all painted and styled. I paid $5 for the tote and the brushes all sold for like $8.95 each. So good investment there. Last two things today. Like I said, this is a bit of a smaller haul. I've got a whatnot sale today. I'm gonna have to do that shipping tonight. I've got to go set up today. We won't talk about everything I need to do, but anywho, I didn't want to overload myself. So next week we'll have a nice big, maybe I'll see if I can do a mega haul next week, if I can find that much good junk. Anywho, this basket wasn't marked. I took it up front at Red Racks when I was checking out, and I said, hey, this basket doesn't have a price. And she's like, it has a hole in it. And I was like, I know. Because y'all, you can take a little bit of greenery and poke it out the bottom there, poke a little bit out the top, and it just makes these feel like so much older and antique, and like somebody used this for years, or maybe it sat in the garage and a mouse chewed through it. I don't really know, but I love the hole in it. And then she called her manager, and the manager is like, oh, let's just last chance it for $1. Yes, please. I'm in. $1 on this beautiful basket. Great patina, great colors, $24.95. And this chicken wire basket, I think I actually thrifted this a couple of weeks ago and it got pushed to the side. I paid $1.50 for it. It's up at $14.95 and it's a great size, but it's got these little hooks right here. And I don't know what those are for, but I don't know. I don't know at all. Maybe it had a liner inside or something, but I thought I could make a fun little project. And it's chicken wire, so I grabbed it. Okay, that settles that. I'm gonna move this glass out of the way and we'll do a little bit of painting. I've decided I want to paint these. Well, I'm gonna paint one so y'all get the point. One second. And I think we're gonna paint them white. Haven't painted anything white for a long time. I have over here some beadboard by DIY Paint, which is a nicely, highly pigmented, thick clay-based paint. It's gonna provide some really good coverage for us. And then I can wet distress. It's water soluble, so it's very easy to bring back these beautiful gold details. A lot of you are familiar with the DIY Paint. Some of you aren't, some of you are new. I've also been putting my live hauls over on Facebook, so a lot of new viewers over there. Welcome, welcome. Look at the coverage on that paint. We're just gonna do one nice thick coat, not worried about perfect coverage, because like I said, we are gonna take a little bit of it back off and bring some of that gold through. I'm glad that I had time to do this pre-recorded thrift haul this week. I was really getting crunched for time, but I was like, I haven't missed a thrift haul in, gosh, I don't even know how long now. I haven't had to do a pre-recorded one for a couple of months since I moved, but I couldn't miss it. I actually did all of this shopping on Sunday after my last weekend. And haven't really been shopping much this week. I am having like withdrawals when I go over to the Lewisburg market today to meet Sammy. We're gonna obviously set up mostly for the event, but I'm gonna try to hop on live on Facebook. By the time you guys see this, it'll be past that. Anyways, my point being, I might do a little shopping at Lewisburg. That's my point. We'll see. So excited for this event. We're gonna be taking all the ladies thrifting on Saturday and then taking them back to Lewisburg Market to flip our finds. It's gonna be a ton of fun going thrifting on a party bus. And then if y'all didn't get a chance to grab a ticket this year, next year, there will be another opportunity. Maybe by next year, we'll have a caravan of party buses. Can you imagine rolling into the thrift store, 50 ladies deep? It's gonna be fun. I'm using my Perfectionist brush by DIY, which is great at getting in all these little details. Making quick work of this. What else is new? Really, I've been focusing a lot this week on getting things wrapped up and ready for the event. I have been uploading my thrifting videos. I did not get an edited video up this week. I'm sorry, I really thought I would, but I just ran out of time. I have, however, been going live on Facebook every day and I've been crafting over there. So if you're needing a little crafting fix, go check out my lives over on Facebook this weekend. And I will be sure to get an edited video up, really aiming for Tuesday next week. I have some ideas. I already know what I want to do. I just did not have the time to execute it. I've been focusing a lot on Facebook here recently. I'm trying to get my lives monetized over there, and the requirements are very steep. So I've been throwing a lot of focus into that. And There's just never quite enough time in the day. I added Whatnot in as another stream of revenue, and it's been great. I love it over there. It's a ton of fun, but I do have to ship those orders within 2 days, and I go live on Thursday, so I don't have Melissa here in time to get my orders out. I've been having to do my Whatnot shipping alone. So it's been a lot, but it's been amazing. Business is great, and I am thankful. Okay. I tell you what, I've been so tired at the end of the days, I've actually been sleeping pretty well, so that's nice. Now we are mostly covered here. I'm gonna grab my heat gun and just dry this up a bit, and y'all talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I haven't decided if I'm gonna, I guess I already painted all over the bottom of it. I was like, I haven't decided if I'm gonna paint this top piece, but I actually don't really like the way it looks. And I will paint the bottom of this. I'll go back when the live is over and paint the bottom, so don't fret. Flipping it upside down just showed me a bunch of spots I missed, so that's a good little pro tip for you. Usually I start with my projects upside down and then do the second coat with them upright, but I'm not gonna do 2 full coats on this. All right, I'm gonna dry it up a little bit. Y'all drop me a comment below and let me know how you describe your style. Do you have a name for it? What are your favorite colors? And what are your favorite things to shop for when it comes to your style? I call mine Industrial Farmhouse. My favorite colors right now are black, brown, and like a creamy neutral white, or like a creamy neutral color. And my favorite thing to shop for is definitely vintage kitchen items, when it comes to my own decor at least. When I very first started, I started watching Jamie and Zeb and Dion Woods. And I was painting my furniture a lot like Dion, and I was flipping my home decor a lot like Jamie and Zeb. And throughout the past few years, I've really kind of developed my own industrial style that is quite different than my my coach's. This reminds me a lot of Jamie, something I would have purchased back in the day. I probably would have painted an apothecary and white waxed it and put it in my booth. All right, that's mostly dry. You can see the coverage here is pretty darn amazing. There's a couple spots I'm just gonna touch up a bit. While I do want it to be distressed, I don't want it to be like streaky. So I call this like a half coat. And really I'm just kind of trying to get those low points to make sure they don't look streaky down in there. I have a really bad habit of putting on way too much paint when I want to distress. You're wasting product and then just making a lot more work for yourself. So when you're wet distressing, don't worry too much about that perfect coverage. Bless you. Oh, there's a fly messing with her. Is that fly getting you while you're trying to sleep? Darn fly. She likes to, my dog likes, blah, 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 blah. My dog likes to chase flies, especially when they're swarming or like flying around a screen. Do your animals do that? She bites at them. And she will eat it if she catches it, but she doesn't like flies. All right. Finish drying this up. It is highly entertaining. Poor dog. You better get that fly. You see it? You better get it. I wish y'all could see this. She's chasing it now. Oh my God. You better get that fly. You better get it. You gonna get that fly? You better get it. Oh, I love it. Okay, sorry. I could watch all day. She's so cute. She's getting old. Maisie's 16 now. You better get that fly. You let him bug you like that? Pardon all of the crap all over my floor too. I've got creative piles everywhere. Which again, should be much better once our big event is all over. And y'all are gonna be sad when it's over. It's like Christmas or something like that, a vacation. When you're leading up to something for so long, and then when it's over, it's like just like a feeling of loneliness. And my mind always goes there before the event ever starts. Okay, let's get this top painted and then we will distress. Only gonna do one here on camera, that way y'all don't have to watch me paint a bunch of white and dry it all morning. And also I need to do some more things before I go meet Sammy today. I was supposed to pre-record this haul yesterday, but I just didn't quite get to it. I've really been trying to work on a good work-life balance. The first, I don't know, month here was crazy. Just trying to move and get the business up and running and rolling smoothly and, you know, life. But the past few weeks, things have calmed down. I've made it back into the gym. I've actually started a brand new fitness journey. I've been going to pole fitness classes, which are so much fun, but so stinking hard. I go to a place called Alchemy Space and Pole Fitness in Kansas City, Missouri. It's a great little venue. It's really, really hard, but it's been a great challenge. And it's just a way for me to really get out of my mind for a little while, because I was working out at home for the first, I don't know, whatever, 6 weeks here, and like just being so distracted while I was working out. Like, I really should be doing this. I need to do some shipping, I need to clean the house. So, anyways, that's been great. I probably could have cut those classes out this week, but you know, self-care is important. Okay, let me grab a rag. Sorry, I thought I was prepared per usual. So I just have one of my crafting rags here, and I put a little bit of water on it. DIY paint is water soluble until it's sealed. So that means I can take water and wipe it back. It'll take the paint off without having to use sandpaper. So now I'm just gonna take and rub over the high points on this candlestick and bring back some of that beautiful gold that was underneath. I didn't hate the gold color that was underneath. I just don't think it gave it the best opportunity to accentuate all of the beautiful details. Gorgeous. All right, we'll just wet distress. Don't do too much. It's easy to get a little wet distressing happy and pull off too much paint. I mean, if that happens, then you can just paint over it again, dry it, and try again, but I want it to look natural. I really try to take it only off the high points and leave it in all of those nooks and crannies. Sometimes like flipping it upside down, turning it a different direction will keep you from doing too much in one spot, or keep it from looking too similar in like a reproduction distressing. Good little tip for you. On pieces that are more detailed like this, it's not as hard, but sometimes if you have a flatter surface and you're trying to wet distress, turning it and spinning it and looking at it from different angles can give you a better perspective. Or if you think about where items would have been naturally like touched over and over or bumped over the years, that's where you want to distress. Sometimes I take my spray bottle and just kind of spray the whole piece. That'll reactivate the paint a little bit if it's being stubborn. You don't have to do that, but it can make it a little easier. Okay, like it, I like it. Now, should we, oh, you guys can't help me decide. I was gonna say, should we add a little black wax? I think we should. I'm a little streaky on this bottom side here, which I don't want it to appear streaky there, so another little half coat over this part. And I'm literally just using the leftover paint on my brush, and it is so pigmented that it's working. So first I'm gonna use a little clear wax, and then I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of black wax. Nothing too crazy. You gotta add a little bit of drama. And back in the day, when I liked this style, I would have not added the black wax. I probably would have been a little too nervous. One second, I already placed all of my waxes in my event pile. 1 second. All right, here's the clear. Where is my black wax? White. And what the heck? Okay, well, I've got dark. Well, where is my black wax at? Dark. That's okay. I really wanted black and not dark though. It's really not okay. Shoot. I don't know where else it would be. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, well, we'll use dark. It's fine. I wanted black wax, but it's okay. So first, we will go over this entire thing with a quick coat of clear wax. I don't have much left in my container here, so I'm just going to dip straight into it. Normally, I take some out and put it over to the side. And this will seal up the paint, but also it's going to provide a little bit of a barrier for that darker wax, and that way I don't overdo it. The wax soaks really, really well into this porous paint, but whether you're using clear or dark, it's going to soak in the same. So that dark can stick to the white way too much and make it appear too grungy and dirty sometimes if you're not careful. I had somebody say on one of my lives this week that they were scared of dark wax. Don't be scared of the DIY waxes because you can use the clear wax like an eraser. If I get a little too much of this dark wax on here and I don't like it, I can rub this clear wax over it and wipe it back and it will virtually erase it. So I could stop there, and that's very, very pretty. But I'm not going to. I'm gonna take one of my little smaller artist brushes here and just the tiniest little bit of this dark wax. And I'm going to push it down into the low points right here on this flower. Rub it all over that flower. Then I'm gonna take a spot on my towel that's dry and just wipe it back over the high points. So now I've got white on the high points and that dark wax sits real low into those low points. And look at the difference on this one versus this one. How much more you can see that detail. So don't be scared of waxes. I promise you, the darker waxes, I promise you, they are not that intimidating. Start with your clear wax first and you can totally do it. And that's what the DIY waxes. I am so in love with DIY waxes that I haven't even really played with any other ones except for Sweet Pickins. I also love Sweet Pickins wax. It is a lot thicker, a bit stickier, much better with milk paint than DIY paint. But I do use the DIY wax on milk paint all the time. Okay, so you have details with only wet distressing, details with dark wax. I don't like how much is right here, so I'm gonna take that clear brush and rub over it. It's distressed to the gold right there, but I didn't like how much wax was up there. Awesome, right? So don't be scared, don't be scared. And these dark waxes will last you, all the waxes will last you guys so long. A little bit goes such a long way because they're so creamy and smooth. And now I'm just gonna work in little sections around the piece. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, just a couple spots. I don't want it to look grungy. I want it to stay pretty French country and light for the season. The difference between dark and black waxes, the dark is really, really dark brown and the black is black. It's kind of hard to tell the difference when you're just looking in the containers, but they do come out differently on your projects. And the brown isn't bad on this. It plays in well with the gold. I just don't know where my black wax is and it's annoying me. Maybe I used the end of it. I don't know. I'm losing my mind in a good way. Make sure you don't use the wet part of your rag or you will take off your paint. Love it, love it, love it, love it. These are so pretty. These would be so cute on your mantle. Put a little Christmas tree up on top. Ooh, like a couple of Christmas ball ornaments, vintage glass ornaments. That would be gorgeous. And I like to add this wax, I always say where the dirt would collect, kind of on these high points where the dust and dirt would settle. Not on the high points of the design, I guess like on the top of the design. You guys know where dust settles. We all deal with the dust. So that's where I like to put the wax. Kind of crammed it down in around the base where dirt and dust would have settled there too. All right, what do y'all think? Let's look at a before and after. Let's quit chopping my head off. Before and after. I think these modernized these so much. Really brought them into a more modern design and also helped them like to incorporate with a lot of different decor styles, as where this gold might just be a little too much for certain people. So drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about this makeover. These are available, I believe, $26.95 for the set of 2, if I can remember correctly. I will go through, I'll paint the bottoms. I'll probably do a little dark waxing around the rim up here. But basically that is, excuse me, done. I think I'm about to get the hiccups. Good time to sign off. All right, if y'all did like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, a follow, and subscribe. Sometimes my pre-recorded videos don't get pushed out quite as much, so if you could send it over to a friend, I would appreciate that as well. And stay tuned for more amazing content this week. I'm gonna go brush my hair and get ready for the rest of my day. Y'all have an amazing weekend. Bye, friends.